chest cavity concoctions.
I think this generation of children is very lucky to grow up in an era where technology is so rapidly changing. Like, it's improving, it's making the lives of so many people so much easier and so much more efficient and stuff. Obviously, the general consensus is that it's extremely useful and we should use it to our advantage in fields like science and medical care, right? But when it comes to art, we kind of see it as like, for the sake of keeping artistic fields alive, we kind of have to push the notion that using AI in art is like haram, you know, it's completely forbidden. But for some reason, underground rap, out of all things, has normalized it in things like music videos and visuals and album covers and all sorts, right? And it's been going on for quite some time. And the thing is, right, the reason people ignore it, or the reason people allow for this to happen, right, or the reason people don't see it as such a huge deal is because it's cool as shit. It's undeniably awesome. This looks cool, you know? I've never seen anyone once in the underground rap community complain or bring up the fact that there is so much blatant AI usage, you know? And how horribly it could turn out for their own music scene. You know the We Reviving Hubert song by Brennan Jones? That's AI. I thought that, what? I was dumbfounded, bro. It actually shivered my timbers when I found out that was AI, because holy guacamole, bro. It kind of goes to show that if nothing is done about the use of AI in underground rap, we are very quickly going to have a problem where AI is just going to be rampantly stealing people's styles and making beats and everything. And what happens when people start to prefer these AI beats? And an even better question, considering that the problem is going to be more recent, is what's going to happen to producers, okay? What are producers going to do when people just start generating AI beats? They're actually inevitably what's going to happen, you know, if people start or keep on normalizing the use of AI in underground rap, especially with the stubbornness and honestly the stupidity of like a lot of fan bases in the underground scene. It's so difficult to preach this message, considering that, number one, it undeniably looks so fucking cool and it's so easy to do, and it fits perfectly with a lot of the sounds that you want to push as an artist, you know? And number two, it's still so difficult because there are so many big artists using AI, blatantly just using AI, and it's just influencing people into thinking like, oh, this is okay, this is normal because, you know, Edward Skeletrix and Brennan Jones are using AI, or at least I assume they're using AI, but like, we'll get to that. You know, there are even like entire Instagram accounts now dedicated to creating these like tough images, these tough AI images, you know, and cool imagery, and they associate themselves or they're at least involved with the hip-hop underground scene, you know, like Edwin's Online, or Anastasia, have you guys ever heard of them? But I think it's also important to recognize how this is an issue, guys. I don't know why no one is doing that. In a lot of ways, it's already snowballed into like a massive issue, especially for things like graphic designers, you know? I feel like something like this could very easily be created with some simple graphic design, you know? Why are you using AI? Okay, guys, when I said that, oh, this shit is easy, or like, surely it's not that hard, or I can't... Alright, let me check what I just said. With some simple graphic design. Yeah, when I said with some simple graphic design, I didn't mean to say that. I recognize that things like graphic design is like... I don't know why I said that. I recognize that all these things you need extreme talent and you need to work hard with things like Photoshop and maybe Blender or something like that to create all kinds of cool visual digital art. I don't, like, for me to say, oh, with just some simple graphic design, it kind of undermines the true talent that you need to create something like this, and that wasn't my intention whatsoever. So shout out to graphic designers who actually work hard to create really cool visuals for music videos. I notice them every time and I appreciate them all the time. And I appreciate when they don't use AI to do that. And yeah, I just wanted to say that because I felt bad. Like, I felt bad looking back on this editing and seeing that I said, oh, with just some simple graphic design you can do cool things, which you can't. You still have to work hard. And you know what I mean? Which leads me into a new topic of conversation. How are we going to be able to tell when something is AI and when something is actually designed? When something is actually handcrafted in something like Photoshop or I don't know, whatever you use, you know? Like, for example, right? Poppy Gavin. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but he used to do a lot of visuals for Che, especially in the I Rot, and I think the Pizza Time music videos. Like, is this AI? Is it AI? Or did he actually create these using Photoshop? Or, I don't know. Is it just his style of design? Or is it AI? Speaking of designers, I came across another chest cavity. What the what? Who also does designs for like Ghost Mountain or Haunted Mound or whatever, which is weird, right? Not only just because it's another chest cavity, which is like That name seems like way too specific to be a coincidence, you know? Whatever. Like, okay, the point is, if you look at his artwork, it's very ambiguous as to whether or not it's actually AI. If it's not, it's a damn shame, because they probably spent a lot of time and effort developing the skills to create images like this, and also developing or like curating their own personal style of editing images, which, because of AI, we don't know whether this is actually his work or if he just prompted this, you know? We can't rightfully credit his hard work because we don't actually know if this is his hard work. I don't know, dude. The whole concept seems very foreign to me. It's very crazy to me. It feels like because it's come out so soon and Gen Z have been so overwhelmed by how awesome and how easily things can happen with this technology, that we're jumping into it way too quickly. We're jumping into it so quickly that we can't actually see the consequences of what we're doing. I saw people in comment sections comparing photography to AI work, which is like, some of you guys are just fucking dumb. This is what I mean when I say like underground rap fans are like, they're dumb, they're stupid, you know? I think it's a shame because for years, right, editors and fan bases and artists of different genres they've used their own artistic or technological abilities to create unique and stunning visuals, and design and curate, you know, unique aesthetics. Honestly, a lot of their aesthetics weren't only pushed by them solely. They were pushed by fans online sharing fan art and how they used their artistic abilities to create cool visuals, you know? And I just think it's a scary thought that maybe Gen Z was kind of the last generation to do that. I mean, at this point, like, the entire underground is kind of like riddled with AI, you know, like a cancer. And I kind of like, maybe I'm just asking myself, like, have we now reached the point where like AI is kind of an integral part of underground hip-hop, you know? Have we now reached the point where AI is a solidified experience of the underground rap culture? Because I feel like any other musical subgenre or any other artistic subgenre would look at the use of AI in underground rap and go like, what the fuck? What is this, bro? This is grotesque. Ew, you guys are such talentless hacks, you know? Miss me with that AI art, dude. Yuck. And I can't help but agree. I can't lie, I can't help but agree. But I guess the normalized and accepted use of AI is just one of many ways that underground rap is so distinct from literally any other kind of musical scene. And don't get me wrong, this isn't an attack or a calling out of any of the people mentioned in this video who use AI or who have used AI to create cool visuals, you know? Because I'm honestly just kind of like curious as to the mindset of the people in the underground, actually. Considering that I've not seen anyone complain about the use of AI in these fields, I just think that's kind of strange, because I think it's so unorthodox for an artistic community to embrace the use of AI rather than reject it like they normally would. And I think it's so weird that no one has really acknowledged the use of AI in these fields, you know? And I kind of wanted to break the ice on it. Like, I just wanted to kind of ask, like, what's going on, guys? Why is no one saying anything? Should we say something? Is it normal for, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think I thought I'd just make this video because I thought it was like weird that in recent years people have been using AI in visual effects in their videos, and I've not seen a single person sort of talk about it really, or bring up the fact that they're using AI. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, actually. You know, I want to hear what underground rap fans think about this phenomenon. And yeah, peace.